Okay, so last week I talked about how I wanted to talk about the increase in calories in a reverse diet and kind of the speed at which you should do it and kind of how to know how to balance it out, right? So what you have to understand is there's basically a trade-off when it comes to increasing your calories in a reverse diet. You know, you can go faster or you can go slower. What are the benefits and negatives between doing so, okay? The benefits of increasing your calories faster are you increase your metabolic rate faster, right? The more you increase your calories, the faster that you're going to start feeling better. You're going to start improving your metabolism. The faster you're going to get stronger. All these things are a good benefit, but on the flip side, the faster you increase your calories, the more likely you are to store additional body fat, okay? On the flip side of that, if you take a slower increase, it's going to take longer for your metabolic rate to improve. It's going to take longer for you to get to kind of your metabolic limit, so to speak. It's going to take longer for you to get to a place where you can actually cut. But the positive is you're much less likely to store additional body fat during the reverse process if you take it slowly. If you're only adding a few carbs here and a couple of grams of fat there, you're much less likely to store additional body fat this way. But it makes it a longer process, okay? So there is no right and wrong answer. It's just whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you want to do. I will say this, with working with a bunch of people now, I have noticed a trend in which many people will say, I just want to improve my metabolic rate faster so that I can get to cutting faster, but here's the thing that always happens. You say this in the beginning, but then once the body fat starts coming on, then they completely freak out, okay? It's easy to say you're okay with storing additional body fat until you start storing additional body fat and your clothes start fitting tighter and you're not feeling so good about it anymore. Then what happens is you start to panic, you want to cut again, you don't want the additional fat, and then you can get down to this road of the yo-yo dieting again, okay? So if you just reverse for a little while and all of a sudden you're uncomfortable with the amount of fat that you're putting on and you just diet right away again, well, first of all, your body has not had enough time to adapt to the additional calories, so your body is probably not going to respond to the cut anyway. Now your calories get slashed, now your calories are low, you don't see a response, you don't lose any fat, now your metabolic rate is slower again and is readapted to the low calories, and now you have to start all over again with additional body fat, okay? So you have to be patient. Whether you want to take a faster pace or slower pace with increasing calories, you have to be patient. It is absolutely imperative that you see it through and take your time, okay? You cannot rush through this process. If you do, you're only going to set yourself back, all right? Understand that all the old ways of doing things, all the old yo-yo dieting and the fad diets and the restrictive diets and the starvation diets have put you where you are now. If you go back to it, it's only going to put you in a negative place and make you start all over again. Okay, now whether you want to go slow or faster, at what rate should you increase your calories? Again, it just kind of depends on many different factors, all right? Keep an eye on things, keep an eye on not only body weight, but body composition, how your clothes are fitting, things like that. If you go a week and you lose some weight, well, you can be more aggressive with your calories. You can maybe add like 70 calories into your next week. But if you maintain, maybe you only add like 20, 30, 40 calories. If you gain a little bit, maybe you just keep the calories the same for this upcoming week, or maybe you just add a few carbs, just to kind of keep the process going a little bit. There's really no right or wrong answer. There's really no handbook that says do this. It's just about kind of understanding over time, how things are going and what will work best for you. But again, there's positives and negatives to going slower or faster, and you just always have to keep that in mind, and it's going to take time. How long will you have to reverse diet? Well, that's what I'm going to talk about next week. All right. Any questions on this, as always, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.
I'm addicted to the love that you're giving. Every minute, every day I've been craving.